Here is what you wanted me to watch. The new Gravel Institute. How to defeat PragerU. Okay, here's the intro first.
Hi, this is H. John Benjamin. I'm here to talk to you about a big problem on the internet. It's called people emailing my wife. No, it's called PragerU. Imagine a huge stream of lies that pours into every computer in America. Imagine it's disguised to look unbiased and packaged into slick videos. And imagine oil billionaires give them tens of millions each year to indoctrinate your friends, your family. Well, that's PragerU. And the thing is, it works. 1 out of every 3 Americans online has seen one of their videos, and 70% say that Prager's videos changed their minds. This stuff makes a difference, and every day it is pulling people toward the right. At the Gravel Institute, we're building something to beat them at their own game. Short, high-quality, easy-to-understand videos presenting leftist ideas and refuting right-wing lies. Stuff you can send to your friends, your mothers, your secret lovers, your mother's lovers, your known lovers. Oh, and we've got big-name presenters from Bernie Sanders to Chelsea Manning. Here are a few that we've lined up. Okay, so this won't be easy, and we're going against a Goliath, so we definitely need your help. We want this to be a collaborative organization guided by its members, where we're trying to do something big. So hey, let's do this.
There you go. And this is the first thing that they're doing
There's one thing Americans can agree on. We value democracy. And in a democracy, leaders are elected by the people to represent the people's interests. One person, one vote. So why does everyone agree that the government doesn't really work for us? Conservatives have an easy answer. Big government is the problem. They say the government infringes on people's freedoms and is constantly getting bigger. They say that if we just defund expensive government programs, we could lower taxes for the average American. With that money back in the hands of ordinary people, they say, people could handle their problems on their own. But there's a big problem with that. It's just not true. Sure, the US government is big, but not as big as it used to be. As a percentage of the economy, federal spending is smaller now than it was in 1954. And the US spends less on government than other countries.
This is a deranged pervert.
Is she still protest voting? I don't know. I got tired of her tweets a while ago. Good. Fuck off then, okay? Like, if you legitimately consider a black woman voting in fucking New York, voting for the Green Party, to be the reason why Hillary Clinton lost the election in 2016, then you don't understand how fucking politics works. You don't understand how anything works. And you're completely oblivious to the fucking realities. And you are a much larger problem within the Democratic constituency with your lack of comprehension, your lack of understanding of how politics works is a much more significant problem that allows liberals to get away with not doing anything and losing over and over again. Okay, fuck Bree, she helped bring this upon us. Again, Lib Bizzle, literally a fucking Democratic operative, and still, again, I need you to understand, you can straight the fuck up, be a person who works in politics and still be fucking brain diseased in the same way. Like, you can have the right thoughts in your mind. Okay, you can know that, like, it is 1000% Hillary Clinton's fault that Hillary Clinton lost, right? And still simultaneously hold the position that, like, oh, third-party voters, like, fuck them, it's their fault or whatever the fuck. I say this as someone who voted for Hillary Clinton, who told other people to go out and vote for Hillary Clinton, who literally fucking criticized and debated third-party voting back in 2016. Okay, I debated Jimmy Dore on this. Talking about how the bully pulpit was the most significant fucking weapon that the president has and that Donald Trump was going to embolden white supremacists. I was right. Okay? I was right when it comes to foreign policy and whatnot, as far as like a liberal administration advancing similar agendas. That was certainly the truth. Okay, liberals and Republicans would advance a similar agenda when it comes to foreign policy. But ultimately, the bully pulpit and the marginal differences between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton would lead to devastating, consequential outcomes for millions and millions of Americans and undocumented citizens, especially if Donald Trump were to seize control. All of that is something that I understand, but you also have to understand that shaming fucking third-party voters is already an idiotic way to try to run a campaign. So every single moment that you engage in that, instead of trying to get other people to go out and fucking vote, is a moment wasted, and it's a moment where that you demonstrate that you do not care about winning. You just care about fucking finding scapegoats. We're not doing that here anymore. I don't care. Think about it like they're motherfucking Trump supporters, okay? That you need to convince to vote for you. It's insane.
Like Germany or Finland that have lower rates of poverty and higher rates of economic mobility. The American dream is more alive in these big government countries than in America. And there's no truth to the claim that the bigger the government, the less free the people. In fact, the countries that the Cato Institute, a libertarian think tank, ranks as freer than the United States, countries like Sweden or Denmark, have much larger governments relative to their populations than the United States. A large government doesn't mean an...
Norway and Sweden, I believe, have more billionaires per capita than the United States. So obviously, billionaires aren't fucking escaping those countries and going to other countries because of the incredibly high taxes they have to fucking pay. Remember that. Turns out their economic prosperity and economic freedom is not inhibited when they have to pay more so that they can have a better, well-funded, well-oiled system with robust social safety nets and a welfare state that truly tries to help as many people as possible. Not saying that those countries are fucking perfect.
This is a deranged...
Obviously, there's still a problem with even social democracies exploiting the third world and whatnot. But still better off than the United States of America, and it completely destroys the American far-right economic policy understanding that, like, billionaires will fucking escape these countries, or, like, without billionaires, we are nothing, and all this other dumb shit.
Unfree population. You see, government isn't a problem in and of itself. In a country as sprawling and diverse as America, there needs to be an institution to build infrastructure and inspect food and to put out fires, to do things that help our communities even if they don't turn a profit. Think of the US Postal Service, which provides hundreds of thousands of good jobs while allowing people to cheaply mail packages across the country. Or think of Medicare and Medicaid, which are credited with having saved millions of lives. So the problem isn't the size of government, it's who controls the government. The reason it feels like our politicians don't work for us is because, well, they don't. Republicans and Democrats alike are working for the people who line their wallets instead. That's not just my politics. That's the academic consensus. In 2014, a Princeton University study found that economic elites and organized groups representing business interests have substantial independent impacts on US government policy. More than that, they found that the desires of regular people have zero impact on policy adoption. Not a little impact, not barely any impact, no relationship at all. And it's a truth that has been understood since the founding of the United States. Thomas Jefferson wrote of his desire to crush in its birth the aristocracy of our moneyed corporations. But blinded by swanky dinner parties and big donations, some politicians have forgotten his words. The top ranks of both parties today are filled with billionaires, banking executives, and wealthy lobbyists. Corporations regularly give money to politicians on both sides of the aisle, guaranteeing their influence no matter who wins an election. Whoever wins, you lose. With a government under the control of corporations and the rich, the system has been rigged completely in their favor. In the 1950s, when the economy was growing faster than ever, the richest people in the country paid an income tax of 91%. The corporate income tax was above 50%. But after decades of tax cuts for the rich, the 400 richest Americans pay a lower tax rate than the bottom 10%. Corporations, elites, and the politicians they control will justify this inequality by saying that different rules for them mean more wealth for all. But recent history shows that's not the case. While American workers have become dramatically more productive, their wages have stagnated or fallen. The average hourly wage was higher in 1974 than it was in 2018. This has led to a stark gap in qualities of life.
This is a deranged.
From 1989 to 2018, the wealthiest 1% of Americans increased their total net worth by $21 trillion. The bottom 50%, meanwhile, saw their net worth decrease by $900 billion. The rich got richer, the poor got poorer. For too long, we have been presented with a false choice: big government versus small government. We're right to be skeptical of the people who lead us. They don't work for you or for me, but it's not because government is big. It's because it's bought. I'm Brianna Gray, contributing editor at Current Affairs Magazine for the Gravel Institute.
It's a good video. It's a little sleeper though, I'm not gonna lie. I think it needs more lines and graphs that are fake.
I'm out of control. I apologize.
Rather than like actually sourced data.
Thanks.
Like, PragerU starts off their videos by being like, black people are inferior and socialism is killing them. Like, you can't fucking, you know, you can't like, you gotta like say some wild shit, you know? You gotta like go balls to the wall. Like, if you were to do an actual PragerU counter, you would have to start off by saying, every American is gonna die in the next 4 years if we don't implement socialism. Here's a graph that says socialism good. Here's a graph that says capitalism bad. It's like, line go down on capitalism, line go up on socialism. Simple as that. It's basic mathematics.
America,
the more capitalism we have, the worse everything is. The more socialism we have, the better everything is. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Gravel Institute University. The long wait is over. We're proud to announce the Gravel Institute fighting PragerU on its own turf. Watch the video to find out what we're doing and to hear a special surprise. Help us reach more young people with our videos. Donate today. Shut the fuck up. This is too PragerU like. They need to make videos like you did, you TYT. I mean, I would do it.
People are tired of women.
I would do videos for them. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.